We are exploring. Welcome to another Memphis special. We're here at Oaklawn Garden in Germantown, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Memphis, Tennessee. This is an incredible and interesting park. It is a little off the beaten path, but not difficult to find. Here in the front is an historical marker, and some of the facts given on this marker I'm going to explain to you during this video. Originally, this land belonged to William Carter, and the house on the property was built in 1854 according to the historical marker. In 1872, the original 493 acres were subdivided, and in 1918, Fritz, Hussy and Mamie Cloyes named a 20-acre area of this property Oaklawn Garden. The latest residents were Harry and Becky Cloyes, who established a botanical garden and museum of historic local items at this place, and that is the house where they lived, Harry and Becky. And over there, this was first a flower shop, and after they got old and couldn't operate a flower shop anymore, they made this museum. And in this carport here, they kept a Germantown fire truck that was built in 1942. And over here, this is Germantown's first jail that could escape the scrapyard, and is an amazingly interesting item to look at. Germantown City Jail. I'm not sure if you can see that. This has two plank beds in it, and this does not look like a very comfortable place to spend a few hours at, or even more. Harry and Becky Cloyes were the last residents in this area, and the majority of the landscaping here is old items. Can you call it junk art that Harry Cloyes had accumulated and put here in this park? And this is so cool. After they had gotten too old to operate the flower shop, the Cloyes opened their property to this park and allowed the public to enjoy. There are some items here. This is from the facade of some building. This is so old you can't even read what it is, but there are some interesting items. Over here there are plaques for the previous owner, Fritz, Hussy, I told you about, and Mamie Cloyes, and here are the last owners, Harry Cloyes and Becky Cloyes, but they have the dates of their death missing. Harry Cloyes died in 2011, age 85, and Becky Cloyes passed away in 2015 at the age of 88. And here's a view of that property. And further down on these 20 acres, down there in the direction we're going, they planted flowers and they were harvesting their flowers over there. But some of the items here, unfortunately, are deteriorating. Harry and Becky Cloyes did not have any children, so they made a deal with the City of Germantown for the city to take care of the maintenance until their death, and then they would give their land to the city, with the city promising to operate this as a public park. You see all these contraptions. I'm not sure if these are pumps or engines. It looks like that would drive belts. There is a well and a railroad crossing warning light. They would blink in red when they're installed at railroad crossings. All kinds of things you can see here, and very often things that would be discarded from a building that was torn down, or a railroad crossing that was changed from blinking lights to bars. And here's something else from a building that was torn down, but something amazing I'm going to show you at the end of this, or close to the end of this video. Germantown power plant. The glass is so dirty that you can't even tell what's inside. Well, close to the end we're going to see 3 grave markers, and maybe 10 years ago I talked with Harry Cloyes about what that was about, and I'm going to tell you that incredible story. Over here there's a boxcar, and this is a Southern Railway boxcar from 1889, and the Caboose is a Norfolk and Western Caboose that was built in 1944. But the gravestones, you see, Harry Cloyes told me that they were building a subdivision nearby, and that they had found a little family cemetery, and workers discarded of these gravestones. Harry told me that he knows where the graves were, and he knows which of the houses in the subdivision is built on top of graves, but he is not going to tell anybody who is living on top of graves. Died in 1859, and that cemetery was destroyed by workers at a construction site. Can you believe that? I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it.